This channel, Just a Rock in Space, has 8 videos and 188,000 subscribers. 4 of those videos brought in over 1 million views. And just check out the vidIQ dashboard. Crazy. But what's even crazier is that the production process is simpler than you think. Most tutorials about this niche just talk theory. I'm not doing that. In this video, I'm walking you through the exact system I used to replicate this format, from channel setup to video production to upload strategy. And if you're new here, I break down systems like this every week to help creators build scalable, faceless channels. Before we get into everything, let me just show you what we're building in today's video.
Humanity's most terrifying instrument of modern warfare. Armies searched for weapons that could break the endless stalemate. In 1915, German engineers unleashed a weapon that would rewrite the rules of combat.
Alright, let's talk about what this niche actually is. This channel makes videos about fascinating moments in history. But here's what separates this one that blew up from the only 8 uploads. Their script writing keeps viewers hooked until the end. You're not just making history videos. You're making, I can't believe this actually happened content. The channels that win understand something simple. People don't watch documentaries for facts. They watch for how those facts are presented. And if you do this correctly, retention will be high. So just follow along and you'll see the results. Now look, most tutorials give you surface level advice and call it a day. I'm not doing that. I built out a complete Notion doc with every prompt and every tool, and we'll be going over every step so that you can replicate this exact workflow. Link in the description for the Notion. First step is setting up our channel. So first, head to the Notion and grab the channel name prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. Pick whichever name feels right. Once you have your channel name, the profile picture process is straightforward. Copy the profile picture prompt from the Notion. Drop in your channel info alongside the prompt and hit enter. We'll be using the JSON to create our profile pic. Once you got it, head over to Whisk and set the aspect ratio to 1:1. Drop in the JSON prompt and hit generate. Download whichever image looks best, and the banner follows the same formula. Drop the channel banner prompt alongside your channel info into ChatGPT. Grab the JSON ChatGPT gives you and head over to Whisk. This time, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and hit generate. Now once everything is final, set up your channel. I'll be skipping this step since I've already covered it in detail in other videos, so check those out if you need more depth. Now that our channel is set up, let's produce our first video. The video ideation prompt is in the Notion. Copy it and paste it into ChatGPT. Then head over to our competitor, Just a Rock in Space. Copy and paste all of his best performing video titles into the placeholder. This helps us replicate the concepts that audiences are already curious about. Pick one of the 20 video ideas ChatGPT gives you. I went with video idea number 9. Save your video idea and summary. We'll be using it for our scripting. Now here's what most people skip: planning your thumbnail before you write the script. Head back over to your competitor. Find which packaging structure fits with your title and video idea. Save their thumbnail. We'll use it later to create our own proven thumbnail. And this is really important, so stay until the end, because it doesn't matter how good your script is. If your click rate sucks, YouTube won't push your video. Now that we have an idea of what our thumbnail structure should follow, let's begin scripting. We'll be using Claude for this. Head over to the Notion and copy the scripting prompt. Head over to Claude. Drop in your video details alongside the scripting prompt. The scripting prompt includes our competitor's script structure and all the elements that make his videos perform well. Now you can either extend your script using Claude like I'm doing here, or you can make manual edits. Either way, read through it and add your own touch to it, since the script needs to sound like you. And here's the part that changed everything for me. I used to think the script just needed to be informative. That's not how it works. What I realized after testing dozens of videos is that the script needs to build curiosity loops. Every 20 to 30 seconds, you're planting a question in the viewer's mind. That's what keeps them watching. Before we generate images, we need to categorize which scenes will be which style. Our competitor uses 3 visual formats: an anime style, a stick figure style, and an oil paint style. So what I'm doing is highlighting parts of the script. Brown will be animated style, red will be stick figure, green will be oil paint. Both stick figure and anime images will be animated with VO. Oil paint will be still images that we'll add keyframes to for a bit of movement. Once you have your script categorized and an idea of how to divide your images, the first script to image prompt is the anime-style version. So, take all parts of the script you want turned into anime scenes and drop them into the placeholder inside the prompt in ChatGPT, and your output should be in JSON format. The stick figure scenes follow the same process. Head back to your script and copy all parts you want as the stick figure style. Go to the Notion, copy the stick figure script to image prompt. Go to ChatGPT, drop the prompt and parts of your script into the placeholder and hit generate. Now just the oil paint scenes are left. Head to the Notion, copy the oil paint script to image prompt, paste it into ChatGPT and paste in the last parts of your script inside the placeholder. Now that we have all our JSON prompts ready, head over to Whisk. Start with the anime prompts first. Make sure the aspect ratio is set to 16:9, and one by one, generate the images. Do the same for every single image. Once you're done, download all the images you want to turn into videos using VO3. Head back to ChatGPT. Tell it you want to turn the JSON prompts into videos using VO3. Use a prompt similar to the one I'm using. Something like, the movement and actions will be minimal and natural. Drop in all the anime and stick figure JSON prompts. Now that we have our video prompts, head over to VO3 Flow. You'll find the direct link in our Notion. Upload all your images into Flow. One by one, use the ingredients to video feature. Select the image, drop in the prompt, generate the videos. This will take some time, but we do have a tool that automates the entire process. First link in the description to get access to it. Next step is generating the voiceover. This is straightforward. Go to any text-to-speech software. I'll be using 11 Labs. Pick whichever voice character sounds best for your channel. I'm going with Bradford. Feel free to copy me and use this voice. Then just drop in your script, format it, and generate. Once everything loads, listen through it and download whichever version sounds best. And download all your images and videos so that we can edit everything together. Head over to CapCut or whichever editor you prefer, and firstly, drop your voiceover into the timeline. And this is important. Trim all the dead space inside your voiceover. The first 3 to 4 minutes are critical. You need to keep retention high. I deleted 30 seconds worth of dead space, which is quite a lot, so don't skip this step. Once your voiceover is finalized, drop all your visuals into the timeline. Align them as you organize the scenes in your script. To save time, just pull up another window with your script and align the images as you color-coded your script. Once all scenes are aligned correctly, we need to add some movement on the still images. All we'll be doing is adding keyframes. Click on the image, select the diamond, go to the other end of the image, raise the aspect ratio to 120. Right-click the diamond and select Ease In. You can alternate between Ease In and Ease Out for each image. Now to finalize our visuals, we'll add transitions. Click the scene and choose whichever in and out transitions fit your video's vibe. I kept everything simple. Fade-ins, fade-outs, blur-ins, just don't overdo it. Now that visuals are finalized, let's finalize sounds. Since our generated videos have sounds included, we can just use them. What's important is making sure the sounds are not overpowering the voiceover. So lower the sounds to around -15 decibels, and all that's next is adding music. Head to the YouTube audio library. Pick whichever music fits your video. I chose A Phoenix Rises. Drop the music into your timeline. Lower the decibels so it doesn't overpower your voiceover. Give everything a playthrough and export if there's nothing to change. All that's left is finalizing the thumbnail. Head over to ChatGPT and upload your competitor's thumbnail into the image to JSON GPT. Grab that JSON and head back to the old GPT conversation where we did our production. Prompt GPT to replicate the thumbnail structure while applying your video concept. Take the JSON that ChatGPT gives you and head back to Whisk. Drop in your JSON and hit Generate. In under 5 minutes, you've built your thumbnail, which means you're officially past the hardest step, starting. Most people never get here, not because they're lazy, but because they don't have a process to fall back on once they feel unmotivated. Your first video might take 6 to 8 hours. Mine did, but the moment you repeat this workflow a few more times, everything snaps into place. Because at some point, YouTube stops feeling random and starts feeling like something you can actually control. YouTube isn't about perfection. It's about building a process you can actually repeat without burning out. Inside Creator OS, we don't guess. The creators in there see exactly what formats retain, what pacing converts, and what systems actually scale. If you're tired of guessing every upload and just want a system that removes the overwhelm, that's exactly what Creator OS was built for. First link in the description if that sounds like you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.